Mario Kart Super Circuit introduces a ranking system that grades how well you perform during a cup and Grand Prix. During the Grand Prix results screen, players can receive one of these ranks: triple stars, double stars, a single star, and letters A through E. Triple stars being the highest rank, and E is the lowest rank you can get. There is only one unlockable in the game that involves this ranking system. When you obtain a triple star ranking for every non-extra cup from every CC class, you will receive a nighttime version of the game's title screen with new music included. There are many components to this ranking system that will impact how well your rank will be, and can either help or hurt your chances at getting the higher ranks. Scoring first place consistently in all 4 races and collecting the maximum points of 36 is an obvious way to go about getting high ranks, but there's more to it than just that. Collecting coins, putting up fast lap times, passing item boxes while already having an item, initiating start boosts, and mini turbos are all other ways to increase your chances of getting the higher ranks. Selecting heavyweight characters such as Bowser, Wario, and Donkey Kong can also improve your chances of getting a good rank. This is due to the heavyweight's lack of grip, and in terms of getting an added bonus to your rank, the less handling the better. Letting go of the accelerator, getting picked up by Lakitu with no recover boost, using triple reds and lightning, getting hit by items, going off track, and making contact with other racers and obstacles will all hinder your ranking. The more severe penalties to your rank include hitting walls, using a star, and losing kart lives from either selecting to retry and or finishing 5th or worse. Though it's extremely difficult to avoid all of these conditions that impact your rank negatively, it is best to keep it at a mere minimum. Consistency is key for obtaining triple stars and playing as Bowser, collecting as many coins as you can, avoiding the use of last place items, and winning races at blistering paces flawlessly for every cup will most certainly help towards achieving the goal of unlocking that nighttime title screen. Hello everybody, this is Nintendo 14. Welcome back to the Year of Mario Kart. In the last part, we had John as a co-star in the Extra Mushroom Cup, and this part, we're going to play as Luigi, and we're going to take him to the Flower Cup in the regular section of the selectable tracks unavailable here in Super Mario Kart. That's how we're going to be doing things. We're going to go from the new tracks, then the old tracks in Super Mario Kart, and then we're going to go back to the new tracks as of this game. So let's go over the 5 things I don't like about Super Mario Kart Super Circuit. And they're pretty easy to come by. You know, there's a lot of things that you can easily don't like about the game, whether it be for the obvious reasons on why it's the least popular Mario Kart game, or if you just take the time and spend time with the game, then you'll find your own reasons on why you may not like the game. But I have 5 things, and let's count them down here. Number 5, I have the miss ramp and repeat thing. What this means is that there are tracks in this game where if you miss a ramp and you're on the underneath or just the in-between section between the ramp and where you're going over the ramp, when you miss that, then you have to redo a part of the track all over again. This is something that's it was in the first 2 games, Super Mario Kart and Mario Kart 64, but I feel like this game had the most of it. Yeah, I mean, Mario Kart in Mario Kart 64's Choco Mountain, there was that, but that was only in 150cc. Here in a few of these tracks, it's there even if it's say 50cc or 100cc, and just the fact that these ramps they're also they can be pretty easy to miss, and you can find yourself failing, like I did back in the Mushroom Cup in the Riverside Park stage or track. I would not get enough speed when you go into the ramp, and I would not clear the little hole or hurdle that you have to jump over just to get to the next part of the track, and so I had to redo that part. So I just wanted to just bring up this part of just what the early Mario Kart games were like, and I think starting after with this game, missing a ramp and repeat, that's been gone. I think Mario Kart DS, I'm not sure about 100% sure about this, but I think might have brought that back, but I don't quote me on that. So anyways, number 4 is the red shell seeking. Now this is a mechanic with the red shells that's only in this game, thankfully, because I don't think not many people would like how the red shells function in this game. So with the red shell seeking, that means there's a red shell right there as an example. I pass it, and it goes right after me. Now thankfully I had a banana to protect myself, but if I didn't, then that means, oh, there's another one. Oh, Oh, it took me out just like that. So yeah, that's what you can do with the red shell. You can, when you have it dragged out like I have with this green shell, for example, I can just drop it back by pushing down, and you can set the red shell as if it were a banana or a fake item box. And then whoever passes that red shell, the red shell shall seek out and attack that driver. Now this is something that's really advantageous, especially to front runners, like say first place. So really in results, like say if you're in single player, you can use this to your advantage and just use it to keep your CPUs at bay. Now that it just feels like an exploit and something that the developers could have done a little bit better of a job in programming. I think this is the similar thing I went over in thing I didn't like about Mario Kart 64, but you know what? This is another thing, and I'm just so glad that yeah, I guess that maybe this is an experiment with what Nintendo EAD could do with the red shells, and just glad that they moved on and didn't carry this back, because this isn't what should be in a common Mario Kart game. So let's go over to number 3, multiplayer setup hassle. Now, because this was a Game Boy Advance game, in order to play multiplayer game with Game Boy Advance, you need to have a link cable, and you need to hook up all that stuff. Make sure everybody else has their own Game Boy and their own game, just so long as you have one link cable, for in between them. Now the thing with this game is you also need to just do all that for all that, and nowadays not all that is real common, and so you won't nowadays won't be able to see Mario Kart Super Circuit multiplayer. Maybe with some collectors or just some more diehard Nintendo fans that happen to have all this stuff still, but yeah, you won't be seeing it unless if you really go on eBay and just get all that. But the main real disappointment about this is that there's no multiplayer featured in the Virtual Console releases of Mario Kart Super Circuit, so you won't be having it for the 3DS or the Wii U. Nintendo they didn't go the extra mile on making these older games compatible with multiplayer, like especially for online multiplayer, like say with NetPlay. That's something that fans of Nintendo through the emulators, that's what they've been trying to set up. I did have the honor of trying some of it, not with the GBA, but with N64. I was able to play a little bit of LAN, but it was not that great. So Nintendo, we need you. We need you to set up this online mode for these Virtual Console games. It'd be amazing to be able to play my Skype friends in the older games. Like I'd love to be able to play Mario Kart 64 with some friends from the Game Master guys. It'd be awesome. So now, number 2, I have the urge to collect coins. With this, there's just so many coins, and coins are so dependent in this game, mainly because they raise your top speed, and you also need them if you want to unlock the extra tracks. And because of this, I just feel like I can't, when there's coins out on the track, I just can't have the urge, like, say, I don't need those coins. It feels like as if every lap I need to go out of my way just to try and collect these coins. And because of that, I just I can't just focus on getting around the track. Instead, I have to worry about getting these coins and just have that as my major goal, especially with the Nitro cups, because you need at least 100 coins just to unlock their retro counterparts, which is what I'm still doing in all these cups, just the new ones. Like for this flower cup, I need to get 100 coins to get extra flower cup. It's just the urge to collect coins. It's such a it's not a real tedious thing, but it is pretty annoying just to see the scale on how important collecting coins is in this game. And I'm glad to see that in Mario Kart 7 and Mario Kart 8, they've done it a bit better and reduced the amount of coins that you need to collect. So as we're in the results screen, let's go over the number 1 thing I don't like about Mario Kart Super Circuit. And that is, this is basically Super Mario Kart 64 in a nutshell. or just this is Super Mario Kart 64. As in, this is what's intelligent system. That's what they were aiming for. They want to make this game as a improvement upon those two games. And when you do that, that means you're not taking a whole lot of chances. You're not making a whole lot of innovation. Instead, you're just improving upon the last two games. So that means there's not really any room for innovation or anything new. So with this and the other two games, are really just the same thing. And I think that's the one Achilles heel to Mario Kart Super Circuit, and the reason why I think it's not the most popular Mario Kart game is because it's so similar to the other Mario Kart games, and it doesn't really do anything that stands out. Just like with Mario Kart Double Dash or Mario Kart Wii, for those respective reasons. And so just because that's the whole reason why this game just looks so under the weather. So anyways, that's gonna do it for this part. Hope you guys agree with my list. You don't have to or not. In the comment section, maybe you can have your side of it. But in the next parts, we're gonna be racing in the Extra Flower Cup. It'll be fun. I'll have another guest there, as with I'll do with all these extra cup videos. And this one will be uploaded on Thursday. As for the 5 things I like about Mario Kart Super Circuit, that will take place in the Star Cup, which is next Tuesday. But I am gonna have some videos in between. So I hope everybody is having a good spring break. Then if not, I hope you guys have a good spring break once it shows up. Or if you already had a good spring break, then awesome. This week's gonna be real special. Not only that I'm gonna be having the 2 Flower Cup videos this week, but I'm also going to throw in the Lightning Cup tracks in this one weekend. I'll have the regular Lightning Cup this Saturday, and the extra Lightning Cup this Sunday. I'll see you guys this Thursday for the Extra Flower Cup, and I'll have another guest there. So till then, I'll see you guys later.